go in here. You gotta jump wrong, guys. Ursula Chick, good evening. First in the night, it's time to stand. Good evening, buddy. How you doing? You're good? Hope you're good. Gonna be a bit of a lively night, like. It hasn't been good. It has been good, guys. Freedom that how are you? I am tired. I had a couple of hours there, so I did at 5 o'clock. That's why the live's a bit later than normal. What's happening, Ninja? Caitlin, how you doing? Waza, how you doing? Hope you're all good, guys. Got a big live for you tonight. So we do a lot to talk about. It's things are just non-stop right now. The phone hasn't stopped. Yeah, wait these all get in. Wait these all get in, guys. Or should Charlie, how you doing? I'll give you a I'm gonna send you a wee message soon. I haven't forgot about you. It's just been non-stop, as you can imagine. Number 55, how you doing, sir? Kendo, thanks for coming in, mate. Sarah, send over here, sure, check. Ninja Audits, good to have you in, bar. Good to have you in. Last night was a joke, I know, mate. Ryan, how you doing? Who was that? Wild at the Travels. Hi, Mark, how you doing? Jambo, how you doing? Yes, I'm good. Window man, good to see you. Good to see you. I'll be back soon, says Lady J. Londonderry in the house. Ragnar, Gary Belfast, Sarah McDonald, Kay Will, Matt, Thomas McGuire, Proper Scratcher, Foxy lad, good to see you, mate. Fiona, hi, good to see you. The Reaper, good to see you all in, guys. Like I say, big live night, a lot to talk about. James, big up, Dad, cheers, mate. Hi, you're sure my Scottish immigrant is home. Give me 2 seconds. Paul Woods, good evening, mate. Good evening. There we go. Does anyone in the chat have any issues with yourself? I don't think so, mate. Does anyone in the chat have any issues? We've all got issues. Yeah, good one, mate. Good one. I'm a bit groggy still, guys. I love the Freedom Dad 73. Thank you, Blue Line. Let's move that over to here. Jay, good evening. Matt, just checking LOL. Sir McDonald, hi Freedom Dad, you going? Hi Freedom Dad, are you going to your coffee? I'm going to get a coffee in a wee minute, so I am. Evening Freedom Dad from Michelle, thank you. 404, any updates? Yes, everything's going to be coming out tonight. There's a lot to talk about tonight. There was a certain person asking, why have I not been arrested? So I will be addressing that. A wee TikToker who's got full of hate. And I'm going to expose the little scallywag. So I am. Tomorrow, so I will. I've been getting lots of messages from people, you know, that aren't happy. And I don't normally call people out and all that carry on, but, you know, I think it's just a bit hard enough today, you know what I mean, on top of everything that's happened in the last few days, and then we've got a rocket slobbering about a few of us, you know. So I'm going to put down a few voice recordings that I've been getting from people about this guy tomorrow on Facebook, just so everybody knows who it is, and high intensity is in getting Freedom Dad arrested. So, you know, obviously the message to me, to him, to anybody, and what everybody else is telling them, go and ask Freedom Dad yourself. But as always, afraid to ask Freedom Dad to his face. Got a slobber on the wee TikToks. We hate our TikToks. But yeah, bad timing, young man. You got me at a bad time tonight, so you're getting called out. Matt, and Jambo, time to stand. British Usher check. Blue sky, blessings to all. Loyalists can go on me. Good to see, mate. Good to see. Everyone, we'll talk about it in a wee minute, mate. So, well, name and shame. I'm going to Ragnar. I'm not. You know, I'm not having these guys because I'm getting loads of screen shots and voicemails that are being sent to other people about these people. So I'm going to start showing you what everybody else is saying about them rather than me saying it. But the only thing I've got to say is say it to my face. You know where I am. I'm doing lives every day. I'm always about the place. If you haven't got the balls to come up and say the Freedom Dad's face, don't slobber about me in TikToks. But you're getting called out for calling me and a couple of my friends out who will be very interested in meeting you. Not nice at all. Yes, not at this time. Not when we got people getting arrested. No, they're not. They're not. This is the thing. No, they're not, Jumbo. They're not. They're trying to make money from TikTok. They're trying to do lives. They're trying to be Freedom Dad. And it's a wee clique of them, and they all meet up and meet TikToks and just slobber and badmouth Freedom Dad. And everybody's recording it and sending me it, and I've got loads and loads and loads of stuff. Like, I mean, I've got a stick full of stuff that these guys have said, you know. So if anything does happen to Freedom Dad, you're going to be put in the spotlight from everybody because everybody's got these messages and these things, you know. So hell menges what comes to you, like hell menges. UK Dawn, Blue Sky Limited, Londonderry, Margaret Watson. Thanks all for coming in. Amanda Corkle. And another thing as well, this is another thing. I don't block nobody, guys. I just do my stuff. Anybody wants to come and speak to me. AJ Roberts in the house, good to see you. I do my stuff, you know. I don't block people. You know, freedom of speech, you know what I mean? We'll have it out, we'll have a debate, you know. But these guys, anybody that speaks up on behalf of any of the patriots, because they're not in the spotlight, you see, because they're jealous. I promise you, it's the human instinct takes over every time. And so anybody goes in and sticks up for Freedom Dad or say, why don't you say it to Freedom Dad's face instead of slapping on a TikTok, you know? But you know they won't, so they get blocked. They block anybody that supports Freedom Dad. So they only have a wee group of people that, you know, it's mostly Catholics. I'll be honest with you; these are Protestants, right? That are doing TikToks, entertaining the dissidents because it's the dissidents that hate me. So all the dissidents are going on to these Protestant TikToks while they slate Freedom Dad and Pinky, Stevie Baker, you know, and any other patriotic media. Anybody that's doing anything for the patriot world that's doing stuff online, they slate them. They try and turn people against them, you know. So yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll pick a voicemail out of all the voicemails that's been sent of what they've been saying and how angry these people are, you know. Because these people are going on and saying, why don't you ask Freedom Dad yourself? Why don't you go to Freedom Dad's face and say it? He's live all the time. Why don't you go up to him and speak to him instead of slobbering? And then they get blocked. This is the strength of these people. Then they get blocked. They block them rather than. So yeah, could do with a drink myself. I tell you what. To be honest with you, I haven't even really thought about that. But you know what? I probably could do with a drink. You know what I mean? I probably could. The last few days I've been crazy, absolutely crazy. Loyalist dissidents or Republican dissidents, correct? Nasty people. Big up CJ, yeah, big up CJ. Guys, can I ask you all a favour? If you're writing Christmas cards, consider sending Enoch Burke one this year. Good idea. I'll put that out. So we'll meet. Hi Mark, hi John. What's the latest in Stevie? I'm just going to get everybody in, mate, and then we're going to roll with it. I've got a wee hang in my head of how we're going to go. We're going to get a couple of phone calls tonight as well. I imagine we have somebody going up to the hospital, so we can get a wee phone call with Sean, who was attacked last night. And we're going to don't drink, Mark. Cheers, Wild Atlantic. Yeah. So and then we've had Patriots go up to the jail today as well. So no drink tonight, for fuck's sake. Clear heads. I know, mate. I know that, Kendall. Definitely, we need to be on top of our game right now. The Top Cat, how you doing, Freedom Dad? How you doing, Top Cat? Enoch's just a trespasser. Don't bother. shot in the dark. Everybody's in the doghouse. How you doing, mate? How you doing? I nearly missed you there. So that yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, guys. You know what I mean? I support Enoch, and I'm not going to budge on it. John D, big up pal from CJ Audits. McC, thank you. Alan Best, saying hello to CJ. John Down, saying hello to CJ. I think CJ's more famous than me right now, guys. Pixie 40, good evening. Good to see you, bro. You know, good to see a man he's prepared to put his face online. Dean, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. Stay for this one, mate. Stay for this one. And yeah. Tal, Freedom Dad, Granddad. Thank you, Liam. It's all a bit weird that were they at the protest last night or the other night. It's all a bit weird, Dad. I like you, Freedom Dad. I like you too, sir. Smarter, like buttons. Freedom Dad with curtains. Big up. Big Dean, legend patriot. Yes, big up, Big Dean. Well done, you guys, for the work you've been doing today. Why is that sitting all wobbly? Big up, you guys, for the work you've been doing. Kendo, Dean. Yep. Keep up the good work. We intend to. I didn't like the comment about Stevie being Marmite. Yeah. You know, I'm in this. I am in the patriot world, and you know, it's like me, you know what I mean? People would say that about me, you know what I mean? You call yourself right wing, could you explain what you mean? I'll get back to that one. That's right wing, I'll just deal with it. I don't want to miss anybody coming in. Would you move with an invite? I don't know what that means, mate. Big up the big up Freedom Dad and the EBFD. Right wing is like a traditional conservative. We are traditionalists. We don't want anything to change. We're not. Patriarch Media in the house. Miss Samantha, Bill Wilkins. Good on you, Miss Samantha. Enoch, I met him the other week. I told him it would be him that finishes off the fascist ideology. Bill Wilkins, Emerald 90. Maybe we'll get more hit if you won the lotto. That's up to people who like TP watch. Like TP. South Wales. Jumbo, will protests get bigger? Should more people get involved? Yes. Right, so right wing so far right, let's make it easier for you, is like for far right is people who do not want any foreigners in their country or do not want anybody of colour in their country. Right wing, we respect and love foreigners who integrate and interact with our community. Is Lindsay in the house? Hello, Lindsay. And you know, right wing is, you know, looking after our own, not allowing our own become second class citizens for the sake of diversity or using our empathy to destroy us. Right wing is making sure what you grew up with, the traditions and culture, remain in place and do not be removed by anybody coming into the country who is here to create division or take over. And that's what right wing is. Left wing, they're the opposite. They want everybody to come in. They want open borders, and they don't care about the future of their children. They don't care about the future of their grandchildren. They don't care if Northern Ireland is an Islamic state in 25 years or 50 years. So they don't care about none of that because they'll no longer be here. So the right are more orientated towards our children, our children's future, and yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We aren't racist, and yeah, we're inclusive to all minorities. But the right wing of politics makes sure that the minorities don't get treated like they're the majority, and the majority get treated like the minority. You know, because that's what's happening because of the madness of the left that we are watching through our media and our government and on our TVs. Why there's no paramilitary groups in England? Is it because they have no history of it? Yeah, you know, that's a good question. Well, the paramilitary groups did originate from Northern Ireland because of the Troubles, you know. Not racist, not far right. Correct, Charlie. Pick C40. What's the stuff I'm hearing? We're some sort of testing ground for immigration. we're not a testing ground, guys. We're the last to get hit with this stuff. You know what I mean? If you look at England, if you go to England and see Rotherham, Rochdale, and all these places, London and Luton, it's been going on for a long time there. Um, but they got away with it by saying that these people were fleeing from persecution and these pure refugees, and they target the empathy, the goodwill of the people, and they lied. These are fighting AIDS men who travelled 6, 7 countries. They used the Ukrainian war to open the door and bring in legislations, and basically they give them all money and make sure they got more than what we get on the guise of that they're refugees from Ukraine, and it's turned out that we've been hoodwinked, as you can see with the hotels full of Muslims. Where was you when I was fighting and everyone said, "Wise up"? I don't know, mate. When were you fighting, bro? I've got no clue. And who were you fighting with? Just right so far. Yes, all good, everyone. So happy to see all these names. Good on you, Lindsay. Tiny Brown. I'm just noticing that tiny bit. For fuck's sake. Mercenary army housed within our historic towns, correct? Maybe a right wing and left are wrong terms. Maybe it should be traditionalists and non traditionalists. Yeah. Better being right than wrong. Yes, Wasp. The like button is there to be hit, guys and girls. Thank you, Charlie. So, any other questions? Who was 20 Muslim mayors in England? Lived in England for 25 years before coming home in 2010, and it was rife over there then. Yeah, time to stand. I'm not reading that out. She might be short, but she won't be too long and cracking you. John Rankin can't get in live. John Rankin can't get in live. Why? Crazy live stream. Yeah, big up CJ Audits. I used that clip today, mate. Everybody's using it, like, you know what I mean? But I know I've got their permission. They are being shipped in from the mainland because I don't know any of the rubber boats landing here. Yeah, no, we've got information. We are in the middle of everything that we're doing right now. We're also investigating a lot of stuff, guys, and it is really difficult because we are under a lot of pressure right now. I see somebody has set up a day, 13th of December, London. They moved from England to Ireland when the Tories threatened them with removal to Rwanda. He's on the buck fast, was it? No, I spoke to him 2 minutes before we came online. Are you worried about the Christmas markets? Yes, I am, of course. Stephen Belfast, go Freedom Dad. I wouldn't argue with the mighty Lindsay. Tread carefully, yeah, just right, mate. I'm not comfortable tonight for some reason. Fuck Jay Rankin, who's the new manager? I got a message. John Rankin's in the house. Big up John Rankin. He got in. The gatekeepers let you in, mate. Right, get on with the gossip. There's enough in now, for fuck's sake, folks. There's no gossip. It's too hingy. Is Bangor still on Friday night? As far as I'm aware, Wasp was here. As far as I'm aware, I know Richard's been over in England doing at Tufts. What do you call him? Liam Tufts. So hopefully he's picked up Northern Ireland and give all the citizen journalists in Northern Ireland a good shout out on the work that we're doing. Now Dublin was invaded 25 years ago when they closed Mosney down and filled it. Let's just call the old familiar back. Matt, come on now. Hope everyone's good. From Dean, guys, such for a day of. Hope everyone's good, guys. So it's such for a day off. So much for a day off, Freedom Dad. I know, mate. We left Luton big up Freedom Dad just back from Luton this morning. Nope, hasn't got better. That I said I thought the plane to Dublin was going to Nigeria. They're flooding in now. Well, Luton Mick, we are going to bring something about this. We know something. We've got inside information about something that's going to shock you. Anybody seen the Green Arrow? Time to stand. Crazy night. Crazy night. Hi, Freedom Dad. I was in the town. Oh, nice one. Good on you. Can't wait, Matt. Just you chill out right now. Let me just say hello to people. I'm going to make a cup of coffee as well. It's going to be a wee bit of a long live, I imagine. I'm still trying to waken up a wee bit, guys. Luke and Mick was there in June. Obviously, worst live ever experienced. I've ever experienced. Spill the beans, Freedom Dad. It's guys. There's nothing. We're just going to talk about what's happened. You know what I mean? From our point of view, from Kendo, Dean, me, John Rankin, all the boys that are on here that are part of I'm fucking reading that Green Arrow again. Fuck's sake. I can at least say Green Brigade, fuck's sake. But the Patriots in Northern Ireland. PAG, you on the gear. What's the gear, mate? What's the gear? What kind of gear are you talking about? Be more specific. It's Mo Morrison. I feel sorry for him. We'll take a couple of tools to start with, guys. We'll have a bit of a play about with them for a wee while, and then once I'm ready, just lock all the tools down, guys. I know, pick. I know we like a wee tool, so we do. We're like cats with mice with tools, aren't we? Blue Sky Limited, Free Nut Burke, the big one ruler. Are you clickbaiting? That's not something Freedom Dad is ever been. Anybody can say Freedom Dad's guilty of. Big Love Brother and Green Arrow was great. The Provo gear. Well, they're the only ones selling it, aren't they? You know what I mean? So there's not much chance of me getting any of the Provo gear, boys. Darn Moorland, I've missed it. I missed it, John Rankin. I've missed it. Is he being a naughty boy? Bubblegum. I'm going to put the kettle on a wee second, guys. You have more coffee breaks than a Kit Kat. I haven't had a coffee. No, I haven't had a coffee. Well, I had a coffee when I woke up. I think rural villages are being prepared now for immigrants. Noticed old houses that have been closed for years being fixed up. Right, I'm going to talk about amongst yourselves. If there's any trolls in the house, don't be putting any comments down because I won't be here to read them. Okay? I'm going to put the kettle on. Matt is choking. I'm messing, lad. Keep up the good work. I'm Catholic, lad. No problem, PAG. No problem at all, mates. But see, this is the thing. They come on, guys come on and have a laugh, and then they're bang, they're gone. You know what I mean? And this is why I say to my guys, don't jump in. You know what I mean? Some people's crack, but you know, it's different. I see you were in town. Mike Tyson was in Belfast yesterday. I heard that. I love playing away. Love playing with tools. Yep. Biggie Bubblegum, good to see you. Okay, big up Dean from CDA Audits. FDL, welcome. Guy was giving you good words on YouTube, Barry. PD. Yeah, you know, I'm getting quite a lot of good stuff done on there. The only hate that's coming from is from a small selection of TikTokers who we are going to expose and blow them all out of the water just shortly with the big Freedom Dad guns. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, guys. You think they would be a bit wiser, wouldn't he, taking on a citizen journalist, guys, eh? You on telly, boy? Eh? You not knowing what's going on? Come here, come here. Brothers in arms, yes, yes. Matt, I'm glad to clear it. Has anyone seen or heard from Super Patcher lately? No, I think Super Patcher's lost his internet from his mummy. Alright, Mr. Blonde, good to see you. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil. Once the kettle's boiled, we'll get into it. I see your wee dog. It's lovely. Yes, that's my wee 14-year-old pug. He's been everywhere with me. Tyson flew in to train CJ. He didn't know what if the fight was off. Tyson flew in the train, CJ. He didn't know the fight was off. That's a good one, mate. Good one, Gary. Lindsay, I watched it back and I got home. Mental live stream. Yes, mental live stream. We're going to talk about CJ's live stream as well. Amazing interview as well. CJ, thank you so much for that interview. You know what I mean? Explaining, because it's your footage. Everybody is watching your footage. Everybody is sharing your footage. Everybody's stealing your footage, CJ. And I'm just glad we got that interview out so everybody knows it's your footage. You know what I mean? John Rankin, Dean, cheers, mate. It was good to meet you. Stephen Belfast, does CJ have a staker? No, not yet anyway, unless he starts slabbering on one of them lives of his about Freedom Dad, you know what I mean, mate? Yeah, respect my friend CJ. Yeah, CJ's a good lad. A good lad. And he was there. Freedom Dad wasn't there. He was there and I wasn't there. I was having a pink pasty in East Belfast. Yeah, so big up to CJ, guys. Amazing content creator. More balls in Freedom Dad when it comes to the police. I'll be the first to admit that. You know what I mean? There's no denying it. CJ's footage, mate. Yes, 100% in the audits. Yeah, I think most of the footage that you're going to see getting thrown about will be from one of our guys. You know what I mean? Will you speak an old familiar? I don't know. Will you speak an old familiar? Brilliant unedited camera work. Fucking amazing. And it looks even better with a bit of music behind it, guys. As you've seen with Freedom Dad. Freedom Dad jazzed it up. Hi, Stevie. Stevie's in prison right now, but I'm going to get to all this, and we are going to get a couple of phone calls tonight as well, I imagine, on the live. So we just need to wait for them to come in. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things right at this minute. CJ is a man, 100%, 100%, guys. He is our auditor. He is the auditor of Northern Ireland. There's no two ways about it. I'm a right wing activist and citizen journalist, and totally different than CJ. And I know my lane, and yeah, so much respect for CJ. Just how he handles himself and the way he is, you know what I mean? And knowing him personally and being out with him, getting stuff to eat and having coffees and all that together. Yeah, he's not much different. He's one of them guys, there's no difference between him on online and when he's offline. He's just a bit more cruder offline, you know what I mean? A pink pasty is food poison. Don't say that. I always say this, I just have to turn up and keep my cool. Yeah, you got that magnet. What's the magnet called, mate? Okay, we're on the same side. We're all on the same side in this channel. Big up Freedom Dad. No, mate, you don't need to big me up, mate. You know what I mean? It's just facts. Just spitting facts here, my bro. Spitting facts. But yeah, it's good that we have this is a good thing. Let me go and grab my coffee. It's the good thing, guys, is we all get on, like I say, the main guys who are doing the main work in Northern Ireland are really close. And that's the clown magnet. That's the one, the clown magnet. Yeah, so it's really good that we get on and we support each other and we don't argue and fight and he's getting more looks and likes and like trying to compete with each other. We don't compete with each other, and it's amazing. We help each other out. If I'm lagging and stuff, CJ will be like, take whatever you want, and if I'm somewhere like straight away, CJ will phone me up and go, listen, man, there's a video coming out. If you want to use any of it, you use it. At the end of the day, it's his stuff. We don't like using each other's stuff, but yeah. If we need to, like the day I used his stuff, but I was just to get the word out of what happened as well, you know what I mean? And I put music behind it and stuff like that. Stevie has visit in the morning and will get everything he needs, whether you like him or not. He won't go without, especially his missus and kids. Yes, I'm gonna get that 19. Actually, start calling the TikToks out. There's gonna be a whole episode on that, guys. We might even get a wee Christmas special out of these guys, you know what I mean? Guys and girls. Thank you. Oh, just like magic. Just like magic. I've got in, my coffee was made. There's no ladies or gents. No, in the TikTok world, guys, there isn't. They're all fucking mental. Like, Freedom Dad, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So, right. So let's start. Where will we start? Where will we start? Like, it's trying to get the days have been mental. The days have been mental. So I'm going to start on Saturday. Saturday we had the pink ladies. They didn't do a demo, but they were hello Eglinton Defender. Big up Reaper if you're in. Here you go, son. Lay down. Let me see if I can turn this around this way. Okay, I'm trying to get a bit more comfortable. CJ, you didn't say that to other. CJ, you didn't say that to other channel. Name and pics of all the clowns. Shouldn't we be worried, Film? Do you have a link for the guy who mentioned when you were up at the mill? I think you called him Patrioticus or something like. Yes, I do. I think he's been taken down. For Dean doesn't it take a second and hit the like button? Yeah, hit the like button, guys, before I get into it. I'm just gonna grab a flag. Now, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Billy Blogs is in. Good to see you, mate. Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys. Because it's getting that bad right now. I need to go in order of videos if I can work out how what the madness has been going on right now. Okay, we're in there. We're live there. Freedom. Freedom Dad 73. Okay, videos. Okay, guys, I'm ready. Big up everyone in chat. So let's have a wee look here. Okay, when did it all start? Let's go to 4 days ago. So 4 days. It's been no hi from Loyalist Jungle, Derry, Scotland. Keep the fight going. Billy Blows did at least keep them apart. Okay, so basically we were at 4 days ago, and we had the Belfast Tartan Parade, which was like an Ulster Scots thing, which went off really well. It was really really good, and we also had the Boyne Bridge being opening after it being taken down, and a new one built. So that was another good event, and yeah, that was on the Saturday. Then on the Monday we had the court cases with Stevie. We had Pinky, and we had Glenn Keane up in court on Monday, if you remember. And then the next day, so that was Monday. So on, was it Monday night? 2 days a day. Yeah, it was Monday night. So we went to we done the court thing, done a videos on YouTube, the farce of the PSNI and the courts in Ulster. And then that night, well, I think it was like around about 5. I can't remember what time it was, but we got word through the grapevine that there was a flag going up on top of the city hall. Now we know the flag didn't go up on the 29th, which was International Palestinian Day, that some clowns came up with, just like Gay Pride, the month that they get. Not absolute nonsense. Nothing against Gay Pride, like, but you don't deserve a month. not a minority group like that. So yeah, we've got we had it was meant to go on the 29th. It didn't go up. So what happened was Alliance changed their vote and voted for the Palestinian flag to go up after the call-in. Which the call-in, what happens in Northern Ireland is, they make it simple for you. Most of you know, but this for guys that aren't. So we had the Good Friday Agreement, and in there was a clause to protect the Sinn Féiners from majority rule from unionists. And it was so, if they brought something out that would be detrimental to the community or cause problems in the community, it would be stopped. So it was clear that flying the Palestinian flag would cause problems. That's why it was recalled. That's why it was, they said no. That's why it was voted no. And then sneakily, in the dead of night, 5 minutes past 12, on Tuesday, the 1st of December, they raised the Palestinian flag on our town hall, our city hall. So yeah. So from that, Freedom Dub was in the town. I was rolling live, so I do. Like I say, guys, I roll live. You know, I don't do. I don't sneak about. I don't sneak about. I don't do videos like and hide my face or anything. I'm there. Everybody knows me, and I'm live, so everybody knows where I am. You know, and whereas a lot of people will do videos and then go home and put them up. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I roll live, and that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? There's no reason to slobber about me online if you can't come and say it to my face. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to get out there. So I was rolling live, and I captured the flag getting raised at 12:05. You know, we were there for about 3 hours, a couple of hours around the back, catching the Sinn Féiners coming out and doing the usual shame on you stuff. And then at, I think about 10 to 12, we went round the front. And at this stage, we still didn't know. We didn't think the flag was going up because there was no legalities for this flag to go up. There's no reason. If you're going to take the Union flag down, then you've got no right to put any other flag up. It's as simple as that. You've got no right to put a foreign flag in our city hall if you're not prepared to fly our own flag, the Union flag, right? So that's the first thing. And then we've went round the front and we've set up, and Patriots were there. Dean, Kendo, Stevie, all the usual suspects were all there. All the Patriots, all the women, everybody that's always at these demos were all there. And when we got round the corner of the front of the City Hall, we noticed that the BBC were there. We noticed that all the left-wing citizen journalists were there. So obviously they got inside information from Sinn Féin telling them that the flag was being hoisted at 12:05. So as soon as I seen that, I knew something was happening. So I knew we weren't going anywhere. I knew the flag was going up. I'm sure you can see the. On the live, you know what I mean. I like the video. Everybody that's videoing, you know what I mean. Because they like to video me all the time, so I just video them. So you could see all that. So anyway, the flag goes up. We stayed for as long as we could. There was a bit of argy-bargy between the right and the left, Protestants and Catholics, whatever you want to call it. Like, it was in the city centre. I think we left about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then the next day, it was the court case at the court about the flag. So it was went through court. I think it was Judge Humphreys that heard the case. Jamie Bryson and other politicians were there. So that was a long day, as you can imagine, waiting for the results and stuff. We were there early doors. Thank you to Kendall for the soup. And the stack, the soda bread, bacon, sausage, and egg that me and Loyalist Glenn Gormley halved. It was well needed, and it was something I forgot to do, was eat, as I always forget to do in these cases. So thank you guys, thank you Dean, thank you for everything these boys are doing. It's absolutely amazing. It does, it has such an effect that, you know, it's, if anything ever was happening to you would be missed big time, you know. So I'm going to get to Stevie Baker in a wee minute, guys. So on so that was on okay, what day was that now? So that was on the Tuesday, wasn't it? We were up in court on Monday. Monday night was the flag raising. Tuesday was the court case. And they said that they ruled against it, but the judge said he didn't see much point in taking it down now when it only had 6 hours left. But the flag came down within, I think, and within an hour of the hearing, the flag was taken down. So it was. So I just want these to know this as well, as a sitting journalist, as somebody who's got his ear on the ground. That night in the Belfast city centre at 6 o'clock, you would have seen the most Protestants, Unionists, Loyalists ever seen in the city centre if that flag hadn't kept taken down. And that takes me on to the dissidents, the youth, the young dissidents. You make your bed, son. Make your bed and relax. They've came down later on. Yes, so we're on to Tuesday. This is Wednesday, and guys. So yeah, they've came down. The police said that they were going to a football match. They were just young dissidents who were orchestrated by older guys who we've got the photographs of, and we're going to be highlighting all this soon once everything settles down and what's going on right now. So as you can imagine, if that flag hadn't came down, and there was no numbers in that city centre like we expected, and them young men, them young Republicans came down, I fear that something really bad would have happened to them. I mean, they were chased down Royal Avenue by eight unionists, eight patriots from Sandy Row. As far as I'm aware, what I seen was the Sandy Row boys were the ones who were at the front line. There was a lot of other guys running about, filming, but not getting involved in all that carry on, you know what I mean? But the Sandy Row boys were in there, like, fair play to these, like, you know what I mean? And drove the attack back. The police made 2 arrests of these guys, as far as I'm aware. But the thing is, they came down Royal Avenue singing "Free, Free Palestine," guys. You know what I mean? They were able to walk right down Royal Avenue, right to the city centre where our patriots were, and started to throw bottles of piss. You know what I mean? And the amount of police in that city centre was remarkable. So there was no mistaking that these guys were allowed to come down to cause problems. And I'm just grateful to God that the flag came down before the 6 o'clock deadline, or things would have been a lot different in the city centre. And let me just add this as well. Next year, on the 29th, if there's a flag flown in the City Hall, I dread to think what's going to happen. Because now we know about this Palestinian Day, and it will never, ever happen again. They will never, ever fly a Palestinian flag above our city centre, above our City Hall, ever again. I can assure you that. That's been told to me by many men, so I'm just putting that out there, guys. How's the wee woman? All good, big bone ruler. So yeah, so then where are we? We're still on last night. Was it no? Oh, sorry. So Stevie Baker got arrested so Stevie Baker's come down with a Union Jack face covering. He's come up to my camera because he wanted arrested. Of course, if you're going to get arrested, you're getting arrested in front of the cameras. You're not going down quietly. Fair play to him. Fair play to Stevie for coming up with that. So he knew he was getting arrested. The police were harassing him. They were at his door the night before. There was 2 van loads, just like Pinky. In the morning, bang at the door again. So he knew what the crack was, but he was safe. You know what I mean? He was He's a patriot, so he's always going to be safe. Until he's ready to hand himself in. Our patriots will always be safe. So he's went there knowing the police. We get a phone call. The police are all over his car. Stevie, the police are all over your car, so he knew this was it. They were coming. So next thing they came around Stevie, got him. As you see the footage, I got it going to the car. They arrested Robin, released Robin again. She's got to hand herself in tomorrow at court at the police station tomorrow. So God knows what's going to happen there. And then they've held Stevie overnight and remanded him today. So they have. So Stevie's in Maghaberry right now. And like I say, we should get him out on the 16th. We shouldn't be any problems getting him out if he allows us to get him a lawyer. This is the problem with Stevie. He needs to allow us to get him a lawyer. He's representing himself, and if you represent yourself when you're on remand, you're never going to get out. That's what I think. You know what I mean? And we are at the minute trying to, get him a lawyer and get him a lawyer that he'd be happy with. You know what I mean? Keep up the great work. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you. So yeah, so Stevie got arrested, and then obviously I got the Jamie Bryson interview, and then we went. Then I wasn't going to go into the city centre because the flag had come down. Now, the talk on the street was there was a call in, not a call in like the political, a call in from the Broads to go to the city centre. So I knew this was going to be massive. You know what I mean? We didn't think, we thought they were meant to be keeping the flag up till 8 o'clock or something like that. But obviously they found out, the police have went, listen, if that flag doesn't come down, we're not going to be able to hold back the wave that's coming, and that's the truth, you know what I mean? They couldn't even hold back 30 or fucking 40 young dissidents, you know what I mean? They let them march right up the, our police are inadequate. Please believe me, our PSNI, it's not like the RUC, them days are gone. When you seen the Ballymena arrest and the police hadn't a clue what they were doing, they were getting themselves boxed in by ratters and everything, totally oblivious to how rats and how to deal with rats. So that was the first inclination that we had, that the PSNI weren't up to standard. The kind of characters that they're putting in there haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue how to handle us guys. I know that, and us guys have been very, very quiet. So yeah, I think the police and the government are really worried. The antagonising the Sinn Féin are doing between the Irish language, between the flags, the Union flag getting taken down, and then this promotion of Hamas and the promotion of a foreign terrorist group in our country, because they're terrorists. That is what it is. IRA, Hamas, PLO, they're all one. They're terrorists. You know what I mean? We've not gone away. We know that, Jerry. We've got Jerry Kelly as a police minister. We know you haven't gone away. So this is a situation where we've got terrorists, ex-terrorists in power, in positions of policing. So you can understand why us patriots are under so much pressure right now, why we're all being arrested, why the dissidents are putting out videos with machine guns on both sides, the right wing and the left. You know what I mean? And yeah, run about dropping pipe bombs here, there, and everywhere. And all we're doing is peaceful protests, and you see the flack we're getting. No, so many people being arrested in national service right now for memorabilia, or books that they might have, So it's a very two-tier system, because Sinn Féin have got more or less a grip of the government than Northern Ireland. So anyway, we haven't finished. Stevie Baker gets arrested. We go to the city. I go to the city hall, and it kicks off. Police are overwhelmed. The dissidents get chased back down where they came from by 8 men. I think it was 25 to 30, maybe 40. There was a report from one of the councillors that were there, a TUV guy was there, said it was 50. I'd say between 25 and 30, without exaggerating. And they were on their toes. They were on their toes. You know what I mean? We don't expect any less from these guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, came and once 4 or 5 of our guys run, they were off ski. You know what I mean? But that happened. We had a couple of other wee interactions here and there. There was a lot of dissidents. We are being, what the police are allowing, they're allowing these guys to come in masked up in the our protest and stand and observe. Now, we are going to change all this. We've decided, well, we haven't decided properly, but what I'm hearing talking to other guys, that things are going to change. We are going to have more security. We're going to have marshals, and we're going to make sure that anybody wearing a mask, we know who you are. That's all it's going to be. We're going to be asking you, who are you? Why are you here masked up, standing there? And we want to see your face. You know what I mean? And we'll take it from there afterwards. But we're not having it anymore. We're not having it anymore. They're in, dissidents are coming in masked up, like the Boyne Bridge crossing and the flag protest. We had a section 21, CJ. Is it a section 21 with a massive CJ? If you could put up the legal part of that, where we weren't allowed to wear face coverings, but in come the Palestinians, all masked up. Not a dicky bird said to them, So yeah, two-tier again from the PSNI, and we are paying attention to it. So we are. We have got evidence that they're not prosecuting these guys for wearing masks, and we now have footage of it. We now have footage of the police looking at these guys with the mask and doing nothing. So that will be used in evidence against anybody that's done for wearing a mask on our side, because it's got to be equal. It's got to be, everybody's got to get a share of that pie, as Jimmy says. You know what I mean? And if we don't all get a share of the pie, then there's no pie. It's as simple as that. So yeah, so this is the kind of things we're dealing with. We've got people coming in. Yesterday, outside the court, we had two instigators. We had one guy come in and run up to one of the thingy. We had another guy who we thought was all right come in and started causing trouble because there was so many cameras there. We had so much mainstream there, you know what I mean? And obviously, the government are sending people in to get a reaction to try and get us fighting, so they can go look at the patriots outside the court behaving in a very disappointing manner, whatever. You know, you can imagine. So we are not going to be fighting outside courts, waiting for our men making decisions in there or fighting for us in them courts. We're going to behave impeccably. But you know, at the end of the day, the police should be doing their job. You know what I mean? You know, this isn't a joke. We have got dissidents infiltrating our demos, masked up right now. Not like the big demos because they wouldn't get away with it, but the little one outside the court, we had a guy there, and what we believe is that what they done last night was they waited and watched till the very last group of people left, and they targeted a 74-year-old woman or 71-year-old woman, I'm not too sure, a woman called Sharon. So they targeted her. It took three men to get this guy off this 70-year-old woman and another girl. So she's in hospital at the minute. We've got a patriot going up at the minute to visit. And it's very sad and very, very horrific. Now, I've done a video about it today asking people, there is footage, we have got it all on a body cam, and I've asked people not to put it out. I know there has been a photograph leaked of one of the people, and it is a problem because if it comes to identification periods, an identification period, then they could say, well, you've seen it online, so it could affect the trial. You know what I mean? If there's ever going to be a trial, you know. It also applies to football matches. You stop hooligans hiding their identity. There you go, guys. CJ's on top of the game the night. So yeah, that was last night. Um, you know, and we are going to be changing that system as well. We've learned a lot in the last 3 days, to be honest with you guys. We really have. We've learned an awful lot, and things are going to be changing. Like I say, there's going to be marshals now at all our demos. Anything we're doing, there's going to be security, and we will be liaising whoever's doing it. Like I don't liaising with the cops at all, but we do need like the liaison with them, and we will be pointing out people that aren't part of what we're doing. You know, we'll take it from there. If we need to, we'll set cameras up right in front of these guys and just leave the cameras on them and let them stand there live on a live. And we'll work out, you know, who they are eventually. Yes, a 74-year-old woman attacked, Patriot attacked, leaving the city centre last night because she had an Israeli flag. Um, so yeah, so the day it's been, boys have been going up to the jail, dropping off clothes, money, and making sure Robin's all right, making sure they've took Robin's phone, um, and all her banking apps on the phone, so she's got no way of getting money at the minute. So boys have been making sure she's all right that way. Dean and Kendo have been looking after the Sharon, who's in hospital, and other friends. Mandela is up looking after her, and they're doing things, and everybody's coming to me. 68 year old. Sorry, my bad. It's Freedom Dad 73. That's where I'm getting that number from. So yeah, 67, 68. Still an older woman. Still an old woman. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. You know, that's a woman. Okay, let's not mess about. Like she was beat up outside the city hall. Correct, Emerald. She was beat up outside the city hall. Um, yeah, so like I say, it's been non-stop. The day, like I say, was the day off. Last night we were all talking about having a day off. You know, everybody's saying me, Freedom Dad, you need to take a couple of days. And I was saying that to Kendall and a couple of Dean and all that. We all need to take a couple of days. It's been mental. Milvina is on her way up, and as far as I know, they're going to ring you from their brother. Brilliant. Happy days, Dawson. Happy days. I'm sitting with the phone ready. Long runs the fox is right. Evening all CJ, did you get my message? So proud of everyone running around some team. Good evening, Lady J. Yeah, so how's that all going on? We have TikTokers, somebody called Quincy, jumping about on a live and on his wee gang of reprobates on TikTok. why is Freedom Dad not getting arrested? So why don't you come and ask Freedom Dad why I'm not getting arrested, mate? Instead of slobbering about me and slobbering about some of my good friends. Because they all know now, everybody knows, we've got all the messages, we've got all the screenshots, and I will be putting something out tomorrow on Facebook. Yeah, at a time like this, that's what you're coming up with, you know what I mean? You know, the old MI5 thing, pushing that, because it's, you know, one group of people, guys, you know, like I say, we have been screen recording, we've got loads of fake accounts in amongst all these TikTokers now, and they're actually interacting with a couple of my friends thinking that they're Freedom Dad haters, and we're getting, it's gold, it's absolutely gold. Yeah, what I bring to you is, at Christmas time is absolutely gold. So yeah, bad timing, Quincy boy, bad timing. Because this is about 3 times his name's popped up now. Caused a bit of trouble down in Bangor as well. As you know, Freedom Dad had to throw a few lefts and rights down there. And that was all to do with him as well. Partly it was like what they're doing, like I say, they're on lives, bad mouthing all the patriots, and then they're pandering to the dissidents. These are Protestants in our areas, pandering to the dissidents, Republicans, because they all hate Freedom Dad, as you know, and they love it because they don't care. As long as they get the gifts, because you make a lot of money on TikTok, so you can't, because people gift you. The more bad things you say about Freedom Dad, the more money the dissidents give them from the Republican areas. So it was like, I'm not sure who it was, one of the boys. Well, I do know who it was, but I'm not going to name him. Once he comes online, he'll be doing his own naming and shaming, trust me on that. Like, but yeah, he was like saying to him, like, you know, who you've got on, you know what I mean? What's who you've got on your thingy? So he's run to somebody who thought was going to beat me up and said, "Oh, Freedom Dad's threatening me and telling me not to have people on." So obviously the big guy he sent, I dealt with him, you know, because obviously he's not going to deal with me. So yeah, it's a sad. This is what I'm up against. This is what Freedom Dad is up against with everything else I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I have kept quiet about it. You know, everybody in the Patriot world knows what's going on and around us. A lot of you guys know what's going on. A lot of you guys from England and all don't understand, or Scotland and all that, but you will shortly. Like I say, this is what happened in England. This is what happened in Scotland. Anybody that comes up and fights for immigration, their police, everybody that works for the police, their handlers speak to say, bring down Freedom Dad. Do whatever you can do to badmouth Freedom Dad. And like I say, I've grew up with people in this country all my life. There's not a man in this country who can say a bad word again about me. Not one man. I've never done one man or woman or anything a bad turn in my life. Okay, that's why the papers run with nonsense. But yet we've got these TikTokers trying to tell everybody that knows me something different. So yeah, hell menges. Hell menges. I've had enough. Today I've had enough. You know what we're going through with Stevie, thinking about him being in jail. Because when it comes to jail, like I say, you know, me and Stevie are mates. We're not the best of mates. We know each other through the Patriot world. But even if he was an enemy, even not that I could have an enemy in the Patriot world. Anybody that's doing anything for my daughter can never be an enemy. But say he was, I would still be sitting here devastated for him because I'm a man who's been I'm a man who's been in prison. I know what it's like being taken off the street and being put in a cell on your own. I know what he's going through. I know he won't have any money. I know he won't have any smokes. I know he won't have any canteen. You know, yeah, it's not good what he's going through. Pinky's went through it. Glenn's went through it. You know, time after time, we've got Patriots. CJ, he's gone through it. He's been through it. You know, and yeah, it's non-stop, guys. It's non-stop. There's other guys that's gone through it. A couple of boys from Sandy Row. We've got guys lying in jail. We've got the boys in Ballymena in jail, and that should be what people are talking about. If you're from our area, you should be talking about that, not bad mouthing Freedom Dad at this time. But it just shows us who you are. Now we know exactly who you are. Yeah, I'm not happy, but I'll be here tomorrow. You know where I am. You spray painted around my walls, so you know exactly where I live. Come and see me. I'll be in all day tomorrow, waiting for you. Okay, but like I say, you'll just slobber about me. But we'll be watching you slobbering about me, and we'll be recording it. I feel really bad for Stevie, Pinky, any of them always being targeted because we have far left coming here on GB. Yeah, yeah, and then we've got the people that are working for the police right now. You know, And we're telling people that are around these people, like influential people that have got YouTube, and they can't see it. They cannot see it. But they're going to see it shortly. They spray paint about you, but can't come to your door. Freedom Dad cards. I know that. I know that. But like I say, they did come. They did try to silence me to my face. Because they think we Freedom Dad. You know what I mean? We 10.5 stone Freedom Dad. So they thought they sent their biggest and their toughest, and their biggest and toughest went running with his tail between his leg. You know what I mean? Within 5 minutes, and then run about telling everybody that he beat me up. We didn't realize we had the video. He didn't realize we had the video. So we sent the video out to everybody. It won't go online. This is how tight our circle is. It won't go online, but the video's out there. Everybody's seen the video. Just because when he's going about saying, "Oh, I took Freedom Dad up here and beat him up," and people are like, "I've seen the video." No, you never. You know what I mean? So this is where we're at. This is what these TikTokers have created for Freedom Dad. You know what I mean? And the problems in the banger, down the banger, so that's getting addressed as well. And when these guys are out from now on, I'm going to point them out. If I see them on a live, I'm going to be calling them out on a live. I'm going to show you who they are on a live. If I ever see any of them at any of our demos again, I will be going up to them, any of them from now on, and calling them out on a live, so you can all see who we're talking about. I'm going to put faces to the names of the people who are harassing and trying to bring down Freedom Dad. And it's about time. Do you not agree? It's about time. Comments. Go for it, guys. Any questions? Someone's got to say, yeah, get them on camera. Yep. CJ Audits has seen the video. I know you have. Everybody's seen the video. Fellow unionists, no, you don't call these people unionists. These people aren't unionists. Don't you let them know. You just not fair, poor Stevie yesterday, the pacing there joke. Yes, men you have lived through the troubles. Don't get scared by some writing on walls. Exactly. You need to get some personal security. I have got personal security, mate. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my personal security is everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, we've got guys around us. Paz 49's talking about it. Good on Paz. Proud of him. Big up the EBFD. Thank you, John Rankin. Yeah, they've been slapping about the EBFD as well. I hear you got blocked today, John. They blocked you because you said big up the EBFD. So these are Protestants from East Belfast that want us. They blocked John Rankin. You know what I mean? Small tiny wee group. But this is the problem. This is what I keep saying. These guys, the internet. These guys have fell into the internet, right? Something's happened in their lives, and they've for some reason people start following them. So they grew the platforms through being funny and all that. But now they've turned it into a hate campaign. They use their platforms to bring other people down. It's not just me. They slobber about a lot of people. Freedom Dad, Peaky Blinders. You're 10 times a man these people are spending. Yeah, I know. We know that, man. We know. Like I say, guys. I would never call anybody. If I got a problem with anybody, like I'll go and speak to them about it. You know what I mean? It's what you do. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go and get some big guy to go and fight my battles for me, and then tell lies about the other guy just so hopefully it gets him beat up. Could you give a shout out to my pal Little Dean, who is battling crack addiction? Fuck's sake, man. It's not. It is hard. It is a hard one. Like from what I've heard, I've had a mate whose dad spent millions on it. So big shout out, bro. I hope he does all right. Lee Dean. Hope he does all right. Big up all the True Patriots. Mark Woods. Shout out to Mark Woods. David Harbison. Hello, Mark. Who's respect the past 49? Always asking about you, Freedom Dad, when I'm in his lives. I tell you every time. I know he is a good guy. I've watched Pop. I'm watching Paz for a long time. Wouldn't like to think a young fella beating you up, Freedom Dad. Nearly 60. Okay, off. I still do the bag. I still do a bit of work. I still keep myself fit, guys. We see the balloon, Freedom Dad, yet to hear you lie. Thank you. I wouldn't call it bullying. I wouldn't give them that fucking bullying. You know what I mean? I just see they're just doing the work for the police. You know what I mean? And they've been giving stuff to the papers as well. You know. We'll be praying for Dean. God bless. Every intervene. God, please intervene. Thank you, Bernie. Yeah, James, it is quite bad on both sides of the border. I missed CJ and Freedom Dad on Saturday. Not sure where I was looking. Seen Richard and my woman was talking to the small woman, Lindsay Brown. If you're ever looking for us, you know, we're live. Go to YouTube. Look at the live. That's what my mates do whenever if anybody's trying to find me, because like obviously it has everybody knows I'm running about like a madman. And some of my mates will come down, and what they'll do, they'll just go on the phone and they'll just see where I am and go to that place. You know, they'll look at like a flag or something that's next to me, and they'll just beeline to that flag. David Harbison, he your best friend. Hello, David Harbison. Yeah, Ballymena, yeah. Yeah, Ballymena's another story in it, guys, right now. GSC, big up Rathcoole, my aunt, and all down there. Big up all decent patriots. It is all division agreed. Is it because they think you're like too meh and strange? Flag, I don't get it. Sorry, bloody blogs didn't get that. Someone called Paul Morse, ROTGA, has been talking about you. All good. Oh yeah, Paul Morse. Yes, I'm going to be doing a video about Paul Morse. So I am. Yes, I have seen the videos. And we are going to send him some love from the Freedom Dad team. Paul Morse, amazing man. Yes, yeah, Paul Morse was great. I subscribed. Brilliant, Lindsay. What's in your pocket? It's my boy. It's my boy. He's always in my pocket. Oh, yeah. High Patriotic Media from Michelle. But yeah, what was that one? Sinn Féin hate the reality of pros and Catholics coming together. Oh fuck, that's terrifying them. That's terrifying them, guys. You know what I mean? Five minutes, no problem. Happy days. If you're a target, you're doing the right stuff. I like that. I like that. Yes, good deeds. The boys getting stopped by French police at the England side on their way to stop the boats. They don't want to stop the boats, do they, guys? They don't want to stop the boats. They may learn to live with it. Will not change. Well, I will said, Kendall. Someone gotta say, I'll pull you when I see you for a chat, mate. I'll do what I can. Cheers, bro. Thank you. What about this group, the New Republican Movement? That's a strange one that's been thrown into the mix, isn't it, guys? Did anybody see that one coming? I know the other one, I think, was a psyop from the government, you know. But I don't know about this and these new ones, guys. I wouldn't want to really throw anything behind it. The only way we're going to know about any of these guys is whenever they do any direct action and they claim it. I've that copyrighted. Brilliant. I personally think it's another psyop too. Freedom Dad, says Lady J. Yeah. I think it's a psyop 404. Like I say, guys, I'm not going to look too much into it. You know, we'll need to see. They've got the guns, they've got the balls, that sounds it, and they're saying the right thing. So let's see if there's any action. Kendo Dissidents rebranded, yeah. Alibo, there is no meat on the bone yet, correct? I have said what I have said. Yes, Matt, you've said a lot tonight, mate. And you're more than welcome. Looks suspect, the dead pig. Yes, good point, James Cahill. Any decent group would act, then claim responsibility, not the other way around. Fucking very good point, mate. You bang on the button there. I missed you one, but then I come home because my roof. Something missed that. Sorry, mate. 77th Brigade infiltrate online periods. Of course they do. Is that why last week the French said they would agree with the UK to stop votes because British citizens? Yeah, 100%. Big up. Cheers, David Harbison. Thank you, mate. Thanks for coming in, mate. Thanks for being a supporter. Right, so Dungannon, yes, I'll do Dungannon as well. Forget Freedom Dad, you're my number. I need that hoodie, bro. West Belfast. Well, Freedom Dad, hope you're keeping well, bro, and get some rest. Yes, trying to, mate, trying to. It's not just me. We're all flat to the mat, all of us. It's not that I'm here doing the lives and all that, guys, but I got a couple of hours sleep a day. I know guys that haven't stopped. I know guys that are still on the go right now. So Dungannon, I'm going to do Dungannon now. Sarah McDonald, hi, Freedom Dad, David text you. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Marcus. Hi.
Oh, how you doing? I'm live on YouTube. So I am. How are you? This I'm just going to introduce you first, guys. This is Sean on the phone, who was attacked last night. One of our most loyal and dedicated patriots. Do you want to tell the community how you are?
I'm still very sore. So yeah, I'm still waiting to see a doctor from last night. Still at the hospital.
Right.
So yeah, I'm very sore. My head's very sore, and my stomach.
So whenever you were beaten last night, and we're not going to talk too much about the incident. We're just going to what we can talk about is how you feel and how you felt, and an outlay of what happened of what. So whenever the guys tried to get you an ambulance, what happened with the ambulance?
The ambulance would have been 3 hours because that was only a category 3.
Right.
So it was, and my daughter asked the police could they take me, and they said they didn't have a car. So Malvina and that they got their car and came and brought me up.
Right. So
I've been here since.
Yeah. So first of all, you're getting so much love on the channel right now from everybody. Kendo, Lindsay's there. Yeah, David, Patriotic Media. Ursha Check from Scotland, CJ Audits and stuff. Should put down a load of James Cahill from the South of Ireland. Bernie McDougherty sending you lots of love, Sean. Feel better soon. It's just Mr. Blonde Hearts. Listen, you're going to get nothing but love, and we're going to make sure you're looked after. You know what I mean? And Caitlin Boyd, you know our Caitlin, she's been on the phone to you and everything. Sir and everybody, Kel, Ursha, Chick, Bubblegum, Lady J, Matt, Bob, Darson, you know, Top Cat, God bless you. So yeah, Hi. So, how you feeling? Is it, I hear you got a bad lump in the back of your head.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's really aching. So it's all skint and stuff. But it's my stomach I'm more worried about where he kicked me, and then.
Yeah, I heard it took 3 guys to get this guy off you.
Yep, 3 guys and a lady. They got him off.
Well, we're up like you can imagine how we all feel. You know what I mean? I'm sort of like I'm struggling a wee bit here. You know what I mean? But obviously I'm live, so it's difficult. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just want you to know that you have the full support of Freedom Dad, the Freedom Dad team, the East Belfast First Division, and every single patriot in Rathcoole, Shankill, Sandy Road, the Village, North Down, Newton Ards, all the places, Ballymena, like everywhere. I mean, Portadown, Lurgan, and Londonderry, messages of support and people wanting to help, you know what I mean? So John Capone is there as well, a good friend of mine. Tipperary, get well soon. Englandton defender, you know, that poor lady, hi, terrible prayers for a quick recovery. That's from Audrey. Kendo and Dean, I know Kendo and Dean have been doing a lot today as well. So, yep. Um,
That's just wonderful. So it is. That lifts your spirits.
of course it does. Of course it does. But this is what I mean. We are a community, and this is when the community
We're a family.
we're a family. Yes, this is where we get tested, and we'll never feel them tests, Sean. You know what I mean? This is the thing.
No.
You know?
No, we'll not.
But so is it going to deter you?
I'm sure it's not.
Good.
I'll be back out when I'm giving the all clear.
Good on you. Good on you. So I take it the police have been out to see you, and I hear that they're basically, as always, trying to find a way to blame you. Yeah. So we're not going to say too much about it, you know what I mean, because it's not your. There has been a photo released on the internet. I have done a video today asking everybody to hold back on anything, but there was
Yes, there was.
Yeah, and I know the
police. That's what they were saying.
This is what the police were saying to you.
They had said that would be 2 inquiries.
Right.
One for me and her, and then one because they said they don't want their getting hurt.
No, so they're basically saying that to the people who attacked you, they're worried about them getting attacked now because one of their photos has went online. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? It's a bit ironic.
It is very ironic.
Yeah. So yeah, my appeal is to everybody is to hold back on any photos or footage, like I said in my video earlier on, because it will be detrimental to any trial going forward, because you will be taking this all the way, won't you?
Oh God, you're right. I will indeed. Yeah. I told them, I don't care. You know what you say? It's between me, her, and him. And I make sure I take them to cleaners. Yeah, just right. Well, listen. I want you to say hello to Maldiva for me. Absolutely amazing friend you've got there. She's done so much work behind the scenes for you as well, along with Kendo and Big Dean, who's on the chat right now. And yeah, listen, we were meant to have a day off today as well. No.
Yeah. So and you know about Stevie. Stevie's been remanded as well, so you'll know all about that. But
yes. I know that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But listen, I'm gonna let you go because you're on a live, and I know I don't want to put you under too much pressure while you're dealing with a head injury. But I just want you to know that nothing but love and respect, and a quick recovery and get you back. We've got something on Saturday. We've got a cultural sort of day on Saturday morning at Sandy Row at the King Billy on the Wall. And then we'll be going to the flag protest in front of the City Hall on Saturday. So hopefully we'll get you back at the hospital by then, and yeah, we'll see you there. Yeah,
and I'll be there.
Okay, well, I'll put that out. And thank you so much for fun, and take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. So guys, there you go. That's Sean, who's in hospital right now from being attacked last night, failed by the PSNI. Just like they failed the Patriots by letting the dissidents come down. Yeah, she's a really lovely lady, basically. She really is, and it is really sad. I can feel myself going a wee bit there, to be honest with you. Like, you know what I mean? It is difficult, thinking about what's happened and how horrific and frightening it would have been late at night, leaving the Belfast city. And I'll be honest with you. There's a couple of guys in here. I'm just going to say it. Kendo and Dean are devastated. They blame themselves. They're, and I've told them, like, it's not your fault, because we always make sure everybody gets home and gets out of the city. We're very conscious about the risk that we're under, and it's just one of them things where ones went that way, ones went that way. One car's parked here, one's car's parked there. Afterthoughts and all the rest of it, in hindsight, that's fair enough, guys. You know what I mean? In hindsight, I shouldn't have robbed any banks in Scotland. You know what I mean? That's what hindsight is. So nobody's to blame, guys. I don't want you knocking yourselves out over this, Dean or Kendo. You aren't to blame. This is at the door of the PSNI, where there's no security for Patriots. Absolutely zero security, as we've seen yesterday over and over again. So yeah, thanks for all the love there, guys. Hopefully I feel like there was enough police that everything would be okay. I know, mate. I know, don't knock yourself out over it. John Platt, what time is the City Hall flag protest of Freedom Dad as I'm travelling to Belfast for Christmas shop? 1 o'clock. I will double check it. We have Police transport expenses circumstances. Police officers will transport the victim to an emergency department ED in a private vehicle only if an ambulance is unavailable or there is a significant. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, the police failed there. The ambulance crew didn't come out for. What do you do? You've got a 60-odd-year-old woman lying on the ground with a head injury, and it's going to take 3 hours for an ambulance, and the police wouldn't even take her. They didn't have enough police cars. Can you believe that? In the city centre? Right, whatever. So yeah, on Saturday morning, guys, and this is what we're going to be pushing out now as well. We're going to be giving the flag demo as much support as we can from here on in. We're going to concentrate and getting the Union flag back up the top of the City Hall, seeing they're so determined to just put up the Palestinian flag. So it's given us a lot of grit and determination, and they're going to be sorry that they ever put that Palestinian flag up. Please believe me, because they've awakened an awful lot of men and women in Belfast. So they have. So well done, Sinn Féin. Thank you for the help. And I'll see you all on Saturday with that one, guys. So Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, Sandy Row, meeting at the King Billy on the Wall, and it's a cultural thing. There's going to be, I think there's going to be a Lambeg drum there that's 140 years old. So yeah, if he's can make it, it is early. I will be rolling live and getting interviews, and bringing a wee bit more about it, doing a wee bit more interviews and getting like so it's more interesting. So he's understand a lot more rather than just standing there with the live stream just talking about stuff myself. I will be there a lot more, but will not be sidetracked for migration. 100%, 100%. Feeling that good, let there be more awakened. Yeah. Big up Seco, Loyal 36. Yes, Lily J, FGAU. Right, Dungannon, yes. So Dungannon, what's happened in Dungannon is there was a serious sexual attack on where a young girl or had a horrific ordeal, and it happened a wee while ago. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to put down how long it happened ago, but the case has started. The case has started, so we're covering it. Um, Obviously, it's been non-stop right now. I get bits of information from you guys. This will not happen a second time. We will protect, defend. The police at the City Hall was unreal. This attack happened literally 30 yards from the protest. Our hearts are broke over it. Kendo, you're right. It will never happen again. East Belfast First Division will be out. No more distractions, says Eglinton defender. Sinn Féin awakened the North. Happy days. They have indeed. Oh, there's Robin. There's Robin in. This is Stephen Baker's partner, Robin XOX. Evening Freedom Dad and Chat. How you doing, Robin? %10 of the bands in Orange Order shuts this shit down in weeks. 100%, right? Yeah. Don't forget your Blackthorn walkings, Kane. Yeah. 3 months ago it happened. Thank you, James. Thank you. 3 months ago. Yeah, but that's the court case started now about it all. So yeah, I've got to be careful what I say while there's a court case going. But as soon as we can talk about it, we will be talking about it. We need to get out and force, folks. 13 years later, and Sinn Féin are still putting us down, folks. No means no. Correct. Sending love. Belfast Buckfast, sending love, Robin. Stay strong. Throw some love up. There's Lindsay Brown saying hello. Throw some love up, guys. To Robin. I'm just going for a quick pee. All right, so Robin. Freedom Dad David said, hope your friend will be okay. Thank you, David. Big up the pinky fella running about all day, sorting stuff. Me and Ken could some team for one team. I know. And big shout out to Lindsay Brown sitting that other message. Yeah, like I say, guys, the Patriots have been so busy today. Really, really busy. I'm trying to do everything. Is the real news hour or Nell Connolly? Support to Stevie. Not gonna lie, fucking love this community spirit. Thank you, 404. In the doghouse, support to Stevie and Robin. Thank you, mate. Thank you for everything you've done as well. Big shout out to the doghouse. I'm not gonna say his name because he hasn't. He's not using his name, so I'm not gonna use his name. But in the doghouse is very close to Freedom Dad. One of the most. What he's up there with everybody else with Dean Kendall, Pinky, all the boys, Lindsay Brown, CJ. Plays a big part. So thank you in the doghouse. Thank you for your amazing family who support you, supporting us. Like I say, just the people around Freedom Dad, it's just amazing, guys. It really is, and so many people to ask not to be named, ask for no glory, and just do what they do in the background, and nobody knows apart from us, So big up all these guys. Thank you as always. I can never say thank you enough. I never feel as if thank you is enough, you know. Thank God, love Freedom Dad. He works his balls off. We all do. It's not just Freedom Dad. It's just because it's a big platform. I do lives. You know what I mean. But a lot of these guys like Steens and Kendall, they're not into this. They're working as hard as I am offline. If not more than me. 110%. Like I just do videos and talk and turn up and do lives. These guys are constantly researching, constantly sending Freedom of Information Acts, constantly dealing like Dean as well, getting involved with the politics, understanding that side of things, doing the stop the boat stuff. This stuff takes up a lot of your time, guys. It really does. Um, I heard that too, John Rankin. You're not allowed back in Ulster. Good night, Londonderry. Thank you for coming in. Bless Stevie for fucking speaking out for us all and yourself behind the scenes. You came flag when you went home, flag came down. You came, right, John Rankin, right, fair enough, yeah, right enough. John appeared, the flag went up, and then when he went home, it came down, Yeah, good point, guys. Oh dear, you're getting a tight tonight, John. You're getting a tight tonight. But yeah, MP loyalist. I support Freedom Dad. Do you support an independent Ulster? Hence your profile picture. Yes, I do indeed, mate. I do indeed. I think the future is inevitable. The union, a unionist, as you know, I've got a Union Jack on my back. I've got 2 Union Jacks on my arm. I am a unionist. But if you ask me what I think, the solution I believe is in an independent Ulster, eventually, because I don't know how long the union's going to look attractive to us guys, us unionists, when we see how Islam's taken over all the cities and like say Birmingham being replaced more or less. We see the state of London. We see who's in charge of Ofcom, Pakistani Muslim. The Lord Mayor of London, Pakistani Muslim. And then all the other Muslims that are in charge, and Lord Mayor's in charge of all the city centres and cities and around England that were rife with the grooming gangs. You know what I mean? So I don't know how many Muslims are going to be in Parliament before it doesn't represent Northern Ireland any longer. So yeah, obviously, yeah, I support. Personally, it's something that I think is inevitable, and unfortunately, not a lot of people like to hear that. And I will reiterate: I am a unionist. I support the union. But I do believe in the future, our kids or our grandkids will be looking at the union and thinking it doesn't represent us anymore. So, that's just my personal opinion, and it's just opinions, guys. But I will always support the union. I will always be a unionist, and yeah, that's my stance, guys. But with the independence flag on my profile picture, you know, I'm my headspace with that is I always think it should be an option. I think that I don't think anybody should be shut down because of an opinion. I think all options should be on the table because it gives the union something to think about. You know, if we're sitting here just lapping it all up and taking it in our stride and you know just watching the royal family go the way it's going, inviting Islam into the Windsor Palace and the call to prayer in the most Christian valued place, West in a West in Windsor Castle. You know what I mean? It's like you know what's happened. You know what's going on. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm a unionist, but have a lot of Catholic friends who I love dearly, who also don't agree with the state of our current affairs. Yeah, no problem, MP loyalist. Freedom that I are you keeping? I'm doing well. I got a couple of hours or so that no, I didn't hear Matilda, I didn't hear that. David Harbison, what's happening, mate? All good. May the force be with you. Bob Dub. I think an independent Ulster might be the only thing that prevents the British government from handing it over to the Irish government. Don't say that. One of my brothers lives in Croydon, South London. He's been mugged twice. Said you have to look over your shoulder every time you go out. Yeah, London's in a pretty bad state right now, Leslie Handy. You know, and I would love our unionist politicians to go over to London and walk the streets. Go to Luton, go to Rochdale, go to Rotherham, go to Birmingham. That's your union. You know, even Scotland, you go to Glasgow, it's unrecognisable. Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Dundee, Inverness. Nowhere's untouched. Nowhere is untouched. I too am a unionist through and through. No surrender, Bernie M. Doherty. EMF. On the subject of opinions, what was your opinion on your colleague yesterday during your confrontation with the police that she called the police officers? I'm not even going to say that. That's not a colleague. You know, anybody that's behaving like that around me is not a colleague. Anybody who is being detrimental to Catholics, they are individuals who are just members of the public. You know, just because you can hear them in the background of one of my videos does not mean they're a colleague or part of the Freedom Dad team or part of anything that Freedom Dad's involved with. I cannot control who comes to these things, especially the one outside the courts. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I imagine as well we have people in who have had a drink and stuff like that, and you're always going to get that, guys. You know, I'm not pretending that we're at peace. I'm not pretending that we're all linking arms and singing "Ring Around the Rosies." There's a lot of work to be done in Northern Ireland, and there's still a lot of hatred. There's still a lot of bigotry, and you know, on both sides, and that's just that's going to take a bit more time. You know, but the way Sinn Féin are behaving is driving this hatred. You know, you're gonna hear these things. You know, you're gonna hear these bad words that are used against like Protestants and Catholics from both sides. You know, there's nothing we can do about that. Nothing's going to be fixed overnight. We've got Sinn Féin constantly driving the wedge between us all, and it's making people angry. And some people can't see the difference between Sinn Féin and the Catholic community. And you know, that's just life, guys. It's the same with the Unionists and Jamie Bryson. Catholics cannot see the difference between our politicians and the people on the street. You know what I mean? It's like there's no, I don't know what to say about that. You know what I mean? All I can say is our politicians and the likes of Jamie Bryson are trying their best. You know, they are trying their best. We are doing everything we can to remain in a peaceful position in Northern Ireland, in Belfast and Londonderry. But as you know, with loyalist Glengormley, they're being attacked. Dissidents are coming out and sending the young guys out. Londonderry, there's attacks where young dissidents are getting sent out by the older ones. And we have other flashpoints around Belfast and other parts of Northern Ireland where Sinn Féin are controlling the dissidents who are controlling the youth on the street to go out in the Protestant areas and attack Protestants. It's not the other way around, guys. The Protestants are defending their areas right now. You know, and this has been going on since the 11th, 12th of July. Freedom Dot add a good names to call CJ Warriors audition. Odding Northern Ireland want to know something. CJ was up late last night. Got so upset. How she conducted herself was like a wee Millie in a policeman's outfit and so rude. Shout out to all the patriots who have all been out to the protests in recent days and months non-stop. Big shout out, Rand Robinson. Thank you. Yeah, big. Listen, I just want to take this point. Thank you, Rand Robinson. But I want to make this point. Yeah, bang on. You know, thank you to everybody who's been involved in the last few days, from Saturday right through to Sunday, the Monday, the flag when we were in the City Hall, outside the courts waiting for the decision, and last night. Thank you to everybody. And as you can see, the risk that we're under, the threat that we're under every time we go to these demos, you know what I mean? And they're loving it because we don't have the numbers. We don't have the numbers because we're being called far right and racist. So a lot of people are being a bit edgy, but we need the numbers, guys. You know, we're under attack. We are vulnerable, and this is time for everybody to waken up and support the Patriots in Northern Ireland. You know, we aren't a paramilitary organisation. We aren't a violent organisation. We are a peaceful, non-political, um, inclusive to both Protestants and Catholics. And we are the friendliest, nicest bunch you'll ever get. And you will get soup and coffee and tea thanks to Kendo. And it will get back better and better. It's the winter time, it's cold, you know, and you'll still see the numbers. But I'd like to think that next year, my prediction is next year is going to be a year to remember. There's 28 different dialects spoken in Glasgow. It's a sanctuary city like Newry is, correct, Alan Best? I know. Well done. Waza, you know, you had a funeral and you still made it, mate. You know, you came with your black tie and everything. Thank you so much. You're one of the nearest and dearest, and you're always keeping them back. So thank you so much. Does anybody in this live chat have YouTube Premium? It's brilliant, LOL. What's YouTube Premium? Does that not cost money? Space, she was acting hard in front of her colleagues. If you watch her closely, she's well under pressure and her body language shows this. Don't think her cop friends wanted anything to do with her, LOL. James Cahill, me as a Catholic, I am disgusted that the flag being used as a divisive symbol against us all. People need to wake up and attend. Missed that one. King Billy's on the wall. Thank you, Wasp. It's YouTube's with no ads. You've got YouTube with no ads right here, guys. Let the wee lad know he can come to the gym with me. There you go, Robin. That's your man. That's your man for the gym. Any fighting, MMA, that's your man, our man Mazza. And he does one of my security guys, and he's absolutely amazing. Some dedicated folk out past few days, yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. It's $12.99 every month. Fucking hell, man. I can't just about afford my phone. Thanks to Dean yesterday. Dean got me a £20 top up. Thank you so much, mate. It didn't go as good as I planned. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I've still been left with no data and got calls. And it's a nightmare, mate. And I've tried to move on to a contract sim today, but that hasn't seemed to work now. But with giffgaff through an online thing, but I think I need to get another sim, and I don't want to lose this number. If shit hits the fan, I'm taking a house in Culture. Don't tell them yet. Good man, Mazza. Thank you, James, for throwing the Buy Me a Coffee link up. Like I say, guys, the Buy Me a Coffee does get you an email and it does help. You know, it is my only source of income. I don't put adverts. I don't do PayPal's up and I don't do bank accounts. You know, it's the time. It's like the way I see it. We're all skint. We're all skint, and there's, you know, in the past in England and other places, there's been too many patriots doing this kind of thing for the reward of cash and money. You know, and um, yeah, that never ends well. You know, I think a lot of people start doing it and they monetize their channel and they start making a bit of coin, and then they start doing well and they make even more money, and then they start actually doing their videos because of the money instead of what's in their heart. Whereas, you know, you can transfer any number to any sim. Feeding that. Cheers, Gary. Um, We are rich as fuck. We have each other, bro. Exactly, mate. Thank you so much, Dean. Definitely not all about money, but yeah, it is a hard time for everybody, and I do not want to be. I can't. I haven't got the answers, and it's the expectations of people giving you money. You have to deliver, and I don't want them expectations. I don't want that pressure because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't know how well we will do, and I don't want to let anybody down. You know what I mean? So it's free. Everything's free. You know what I mean? So there's no pressure on anybody. Freedom Dad, don't think to getting your £20 top off. Far too many of them over there now. Cheers, Sarah. Bang on, Freedom Dad. Cheers, Bill. But like I say, there is guys out there at Mother Tenders channels. There's guys that do this as a full-time job, you know what I mean? And I am not knocking them. I am not knocking them. I just feel that, you know, it's not the right thing to do for me and this channel, you know. And if I want to turn it into a living, then I would create another channel and let you know about it and monetize it, you know, while running this channel for lives. It's all about the money, honey. No, don't, you'll get me singing. Yeah, you get, if you buy me a coffee or so check, you're right. Yeah, you get a notification every single time I go live. I do miss it the odd times if we're like really going hard and we've got times and so we need to get the phone out and get live as quick as possible. Then some very rarely do I miss getting the emails out. Lindsay will be advertising all the hoodies, hats, umbrellas, set them more as I really can't remember all who asked the guys. Yep, good man. I'll get some penguins would be a bottle of wine, but I'm a responsible adult. Yeah, Freedom Dad's off the wine. Freedom Dad, I want to send you some, but I do not have a bank account. How do I get it? There is a link. There's the link underneath your comment. Wee Bit Bonkers is sent. If you click that link, you'll be able to buy me a coffee. I'm off to pick the ween up. All right, John Rankin, good on you, son. Give my love to the kids. And well, they're not kids any longer, really, are they? And we would respect that too, bro. Cheers, James. Robin, Dean, any chance of a pink umbrella? Yeah, you don't have the pink umbrellas. I got my umbrella. I can't open it up. Obviously, it's bad luck, guys. You know what I mean? So these are the umbrellas, guys. You're going to need one. Stop the boats. I know it's backwards, but I know you are clever enough to read that. So yeah, that's the umbrellas, guys. And Dean there, he's the, you know, there's quite a bit of merchandise there that would stop the boats. And like I say, every penny goes to helping people. Every penny goes right back in the movement. There's nobody making money in this. There's nobody taking advantage of any patriots, you know. At the end of the day, it's fucking winter. And we all need woolly hats and we all need gloves and we all need umbrellas and we all need hoodies. So yeah, fair play to the guys. I am fully endorse it. I'm fully 100% behind it. And my boyfriend Fred, who works with Charlie Veet, sometimes works an umbrella very well. Yeah, yeah. They're just a wee rubber and they, I don't know what happens when you pull that off, mind you. What is joking? Oh shit, sorry son. Black and pink, black with pink writing for anyone that wants it. There you go. John Cook, where can you get it? Fred's a legend. What I'll do is, guys, within the next few days or so, I'll get the links sorted out and get them up on my channel. And when I'm putting videos up, I'll put the link on the video and I'll put the link in the description. Say, you know, I'll maybe do it every other time I do a video, just so you know what it's about. You know what I mean? Hey, never mind pulling idiots. No, I was only joking. Sitting with a felp. You know, everybody going out down with an umbrella over their shoulder, you know what I mean? Fred has the elbow of doom. Doesn't need an umbrella. Is right. Number 55. Cheers, Darson. We'll speak with you tomorrow, guys. Also keep you posted on anything I hear. Cheers, mate. Well done, by the way. Well done to you, Darson. I'm not going to say any more because we need to keep some things, you know what I mean? But yeah, fair play to you, mate. So how many have we got in? 266, 179 likes. Well done, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, please, guys. Yeah, took the words out of my mouth. Don't. But yes, like that's where we're at. So like the day, like it's like has been non-stop. I was planning of just relaxing, getting a chill out day and that, but you can't. Not when this is going on. Not when we've got people in hospital. Not when we've got men being arrested. There's and you know like I say, I've been here online all day doing videos and getting the word out and emails and speaking to people and making phone calls and answering phone calls, and it's just been one phone call after another. As always, the way the phone goes is you're on the phone and then somebody else phones and you can either end the call or hang up on the other one. So that's the way Freedom Dad's day goes with the phone. It is non-stop. David Harbison, are you watching it on the laptop, Freedom Dad? LOL. No, I've just my phone here, mate. I've got a TV. I'll show you. So I'm reading your comments off the TV, guys. There's our Dalton up there. So yeah, any questions, guys? Any questions? Like I say, I've had a couple of hours, so I'm not too bad. I need to think about something to eat. I'm not having to eat yet. Add some blue to that tree. Aye. Good point. Yeah, any questions, guys? Anything you want to know? Anything I've missed? You're eating Chinese. Thanks for that, ladies, eh? That's because you need new glasses. I know. I've got my glasses here. I've got them here, so they. I just feel better reading off the TV. Put the camera there. It looks like I'm reading it off the camera. There you go. Marley Lover. Is there a mailing list for emails for events? I don't be on social media enough and missing events. There isn't. I have an email there with Buy Me a Coffees, but that's we need something better than that. But like I say, I will put everything online. It's coming up. I will be talking about it. If you're watching my videos on YouTube, then you will know what's coming. 100%. I'm going to make a point of that. I am going to make a point of that, guys. You haven't missed anything, mate. You can rewind it. You can rewind it. Good night, Freedom Dad. Good night, John Cook. John McCook. Catch you on the next live. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming in. Robin does black with pink riding suit. You were saying that Dundee, Aberdeen, etc. have been infiltrated. Have to say, thank God we are okay in Montrose. Good, mate. Good. CJ, are you going live after me, mate? Knee crappers. Brighton 3, Aston Villa 4. Latest. Thank you, mate. Both teams a score. Freedom Dad, I am. Eat a Christmas chips here. Sounds good, like. Bro, James, don't start me. Don't start me. This Christmas tree's been up for about a week now. Um, I had no part in it. No part in it. Bernie Doherty, for how long, Freedom Dad? For how long? I don't know what that means. Freedom Dad Big Dean wants to know who managed to get the city hall lit up in Israel blue last night. It was actually lit up in blue whenever they put the Palestine flag up. So it was. It was. I did mention it on the live yesterday. I think I talked about it whenever I was interviewing CJ. I'm not too sure. I will, mate. Bail me after live, bro. Not looking like any days off. Ballymena tomorrow if you want. Yes, mate. I'm up for that. Yeah. He's not wise, Lady J. Yeah, like I say, Ballymena has been in their thoughts, and yeah, we are in talks, so we are right now. Lady J, no live stream tonight, but I'll definitely be live tomorrow. Hope you join. Yes, CJ, let me know when you're live, and I'll stick it out on a video. Mine is still not up yet, James. Don't blame me, man. It is difficult when we're doing like us. James Cahill, as you know, he's from the south, guys. You know, and he's a patriot, a really good patriot. He's a Catholic, and I don't see any difference. You know, I don't even like saying that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but I just want you to know. You know what I mean? And this is the relationships that you build doing this kind of thing, and you know, it's like you don't have time to think. You know what I mean? Christmas is difficult because things are so serious. You know what I mean? City Hall looks better at night, all lit up. Needs a good scrub, looking very dirty during daytime. Yeah, James, we were talking about that. I don't know if it's a psyop. Has James Cahill said whenever these type of organisations popped up in the past, there would be direct action, there would be an attack, and then they would come out with the table and the guns and reading the statement. So it's a bit strange that they're coming out saying these things. You know, it's like when people say, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that," or "When I see him, I'm going to beat him up," or they put a post up saying all this mad shit. You know, they're the ones that aren't going to do anything. If anybody's going to do something, they're going to do it. They're not going to talk about it. We all know that, you know. So I think we can use the same psychology with these guys. You know, I am very skeptical. You know, I'm going to be careful what I say as well because I don't want them coming to my door and going, "Well, you don't believe we're real?" Bang. There you go, feeding that. I reels that. So yeah, I don't want to make any enemies with these guys, to be honest with you. Freedom Dad, you have seen that one? No different. Speak to you later, Freedom Dad. All right, David Harbinson, thanks for coming in, mate. Protestants or Catholics, doesn't matter. We're all just normal people who want our country to be our own. Yep, exactly. You tube man. Yeah, it's true. It's true, Wazzy. You know the score. Most men, real men, know the score. If you're going to be threatened by anybody, you know they're not going to phone you up and message you. They're not going to tell anybody. They're going to do it. MI5 watching closely. Mind your words. Oh, I know, I know. Yeah, we have reporters watching. We have students that watch for the left. Yeah, we have a lot of the enemies on watching, so we do, and it is what it is. But like I say, we've got nothing to hide. All talk, no walk. These people. Anyone recommend a good guard dog, a Rhodesian Ridgeback? I'll always recommend that. For my sister and something, she does not feel safe at all during the day. Rhodesian Ridgeback. Get a bitch. Always get a bitch, as Pinky would say, and it'll look after you. Yeah, we're definitely being watched, of course. Yeah, yeah, of course. Oh, nice one. There you go, Belgian Mal. Oh, we got a few pups. I think we have 10, 9 puppies, right? 19 puppies, 2 litters. At yeah, they'd be good dogs for protection, like as well. But you need to come over and get one. You would get it very cheap, a couple £100. The thing is, you don't even have to say or do something illegal to get police hassle nowadays. I'm from the village. That's from YouTube. I'm from the village. Even living in the village during the Troubles never mattered to me. A wee girl in the 80s. What background people are from. Half my majority family in England are Catholic. Exactly, bro. People don't make a video telling you they are going to argue with you. They usually just argue with you. Yeah. Oh, they're all going fast. Oh, you're throwing them up fast now. Jeez, oh, I'm not getting to read any of them. Exactly, bro. Make a video. I seen that John Capone. I couldn't catch it. Made a few months slow back up again. They are going to argue with you. They usually just argue and then clam it. Out of context, apologies. Staffies, no. No, they're not staffies. I'm not going to name the type of dog because I don't want anybody knowing too much at the minute, you know what I mean? Do you have your dog there now? I do indeed. I have my boy here, sleeping. He's a cold. He's never far from me, this one. Tulip's in her bed, and my Staffy is in her bed as well. Bernie M. Doherty, thanks Dean and Freedom Dad. I love Staffy's most affectionate wee dogs you can have. They are amazing. My male, half Dutch, half Belgian. Yeah, they're good. They're good dogs, Dean. Like they're good dogs. I can't have them. We've got enough dogs right now. Mary Lover. How do you people update it on events? Is there a mailing list? I always miss your YouTube channel videos. Yeah, I've got Buy Me a Coffee. If you buy one coffee, you'll always get a video. You'll always get an email when I'm going live. Yeah, I'll maybe start putting out the demos as well. But you see, the thing about the email list as well, I don't know who half the people are. You can bet your bottom dollar there'll be provos in there, there'll be reporters in there, and there will be these wee cretins that are on TikTok that have bought coffees just so they don't miss my lives, you know. And this is, you know, they're waiting for me to slip up, you know, because this is what they do. You know, we've got evidence of that as well. And but Freedom Dad isn't slipping up, so they're wasting their time. I seen a YouTube video that a French woman posted about her walking a huge. I've seen that. I've seen that. It's quite good, that, isn't it? That's from John Platt. Yeah. What a muscular pit bull breed through Paris, and you see the foreigners getting out of her way. Yeah, they don't like dogs. They're not keen on dogs. Thank you, Top Cat. Thank you. How long have we been on the live for? 2 hours. Goes quick, doesn't it? I do not have one loyalist tattoo. I am a strong believer of if what is in your heart, not on your arm. Yeah, good point, mate. Good point. Unfortunately, I got my tattoos done before I was 21. You know what I mean? I got my first tattoos done on my arm when I was 11 years old, maybe 10 years old, maybe a wee bit earlier. I don't know, around about 9 or 10. I don't think it was in secondary school at the time. And I was so young. I was so young. I sat in a children's home with a needle and ink, needle and Indian ink, just a needle, and sat fucking tattooing. And I wrote mum, um, and a couple of other things. But I wrote May. This was a wee girl I was kissing or dating, whatever. You know what I mean? Wee girlfriend. Like I said, I was 9, 10 years old. So I've tattooed her name on my arm, and I spelled it backwards. I spelled it fucking backwards. So it said Yam. Obviously, I had it got covered up as best I could. You know what I mean? But that's the Y and the A. It said M that way. I went to hospital to get it taken out when I was 12, and they made a mess of it. And I had LFC for Linfield Football Club as well. Yeah, that was all done in one sitting, guys. You know. Yeah, I know. But I was 10. Oh, I can take the stick, guys. I can take the stick. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's life. That was life in children's homes back in the day. If you don't love dogs and cats, for that matter, I look at you from a wide angle. Saw CJ in the city centre the other day. I darted left to avoid the camera. Just say hello to him. He likes you saying hello to him. All my tattoos are dragons and are all to remember friends of mine who were murdered. Yeah. .404 space, Dean Beanpoint, night chat. Muhammad said if people have dogs in their houses, angels won't come into their houses. Well, that's false. That's false, because I'm surrounded by angels. Had to nip off, so missed a big chunk of tonight. Sadly, you can catch up with it, mate. You can rewind it and watch it on speed it up. So you can. CJ needs a long beauty sleep, folks. Yeah, maybe his hair will grow the night. I've heard that from Muslims, yeah. Yeah, if you want privacy, you got to make it yourself. That's correct. That's correct. Let me see. 2 seconds, guys. You have had it hard. Just look at you now, an absolutely amazing 2 people. Thank God we have you. And others, thank you, Bernie. I have had it hard. I fucking have, like. I just don't know the half of it. But it makes the man. It makes the man, guys. No doubt about it. Right, what am I looking for here? WhatsApp. There we go. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Okay, that's not happening. I'm amazed every store, Santa, isn't that? If Caitlin's on the chat, will you phone my other phone, please? Will you phone this phone? They say dogs protect you from the devil. I'm amazed every store, Santa, is not Muslim. They are missing getting their jollies, having children bounce on. Okay. Funny pantsy always come out with crackers like you and Galloway Raider. I don't know who's worse. That's basically that. You have come a long way from the first time I seen your first few videos, bro. Thank you, mate. Well, I need to say that as well. We've just hit over 900 videos, guys, which is an absolutely amazing achievement for me. Like, to be honest with you, 900 videos in just over a year. You know, there's only 364 5 days in a year, so that's some going, like that's some amount of content. So yeah, I'm quite proud of myself that I made the 900, and you know, we'll have a wee party for the 1000th video. Will we do a live for the 1000th video? Yeah, can you phone that phone, please? Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hello. What's happening? Okay, okay, right. Well, I'm not going to be long. Okay, send them that to make sure everything's okay. Okay, thank you. Let's be simple. Bye. Okay, guys, let's chat on some things. Make one person smile, the more folks. Then you've got the recipe, right? Start small and expand. Can do in Minneapolis. They changed the noise ordinance so the call to prayer can be blasted. Go grab the biscuits. Abandoned mission. No mission's being abandoned, guys. But I do need to think about something to eat and that. You know what I mean? Has it up, you know, Burke deal for Christmas with an effective possibility life. What's that mean? Effective life sentence? I don't know. I imagine it's to do with the license that you get. I dare not show up as a FD security manual. I have and carry my personal protection weapon. I might be tempted to use it. Yes. Don't be coming near me with that. You'll get us all into trouble. I've got 3 life bans for firearms. even if I die and get reincarnated, I've still got another life ban. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got my first firearms life ban when I was 16 years old, and then tried to join the army, but because of the life ban of the firearms ban, we couldn't get in. Why is it Islam called the poor? Hello. No. Okay, yeah, fair enough. No, I get that. I get that. I'm what? Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. I agree. I agree. And what about the second question? The traveling. All right. Okay. 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 Thanks. Thanks for phoning. All right. Cheers. Bye. Devil gets dogs because they're God's eyes. Yeah, maybe. Aye. Busy. Busy. My phone. My phone. I've got. It's on. Do not disturb. So this is just a wee spur one. Yes, that's a good point, BG. Lady J, good question. They all have cell phones, or was it Lady J's question? Let them get their call to prayer electronically. Exactly. That is a very good point. The New Republican movement might know a guy, feed him down. They can call me racist all they want. Water off a duck's back means nothing anymore. Well said. Eamon, good. Poor England has had generations of invasion, yeah. Kendo BG seen, yes, seen that mayor to Stanton Camp, but he will get on to it one day or another. He also halted the review of visas. On a different subject, have you even gutted a rabbit? Oh, I've gutted a rabbit, mate. I've gutted a rabbit. I've gutted a few rabbits. Yeah. And I've ate them. And hers. The biggest, the protest, the better. Yeah. Must be his latest up. Never heard of an effective life sentence before. From John Campone. East Belfast, Chrissy Head the Ball is live on TikTok. Alright. Practice your religion. We already know, John. We already know. Practice your religion in your own homes. This is Christianity. This is Christians Nations UK. Half breed P. Piss myself laughing. I would lose my shit if some Muslim started up a call to prayer. Yeah, the call to prayer is pure dominance over others. Of course it is. Fucking hell, can you imagine? Fucking up at the ranch, lying in your bed, man, next thing. You'd be fucking out there like two men in a wee lad, wouldn't you? Like, you know, fucking, wouldn't be happening here. Like, I have to look into it at John Capone. That's from James. I'll put other phone on. Funny. I'll have to have a look into it. All I remember is the smell, Freedom Dad. Yeah, yeah. Once you get into the nitty gritty of it, skinning them isn't too bad. You know what I mean? It's got them as a problem. EBFD. I've seen a Muslim in the train station down on knees praying. No shame. I've got PW wearing 19 back in the day, but could not afford one. I thought I was too young to carry. If I worked night shift, the call to prayer would be problematic. Yeah, it would be problematic, mate. You're right. Lady J up the EBFD. Thank you, Lady J, for your support to the boys that do all the hard work. I got the easy job, guys. I just reporting stuff, you know what I mean? Freedom Dad, do the call to prayer again. You can screen record it, you know, I was sick. It's one of them short clips, James. Where I lived, yes, Alibo. Yeah, very funny, Kendo. I know, number 55. He's all there is. The video of the call to prayer on Westminster Bridge with the speaker. Yeah, I've seen that. Seen it, mate. LOL, is the other cow live? What way was he facing on the train? Is it on the right wee laugh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Laughing faces. Never say never for here, sadly, the amount that are coming over. Yeah, we'll stay on top of it, like. Was church bells not like Christian called the prayer? Yes, but they took all the church bells down, didn't they? They destroyed all the church bells for some reason. We could start at 6 a.m. Get out of your beds, get Jesus in your heads. I had one of my local shopping centre praying, and I reminded him he was in a Christian country, and I haven't seen him since. I think I'm pregnant, says Farty Pants. I got a craving for a fish supper with Chinese curry sauce. Yeah, those urges, eh? Freedom Dad, go and get something to eat, have an early night. Yes, I'm going to, guys. I'm going to wrap it up just shortly. I know you told me not to come back. LOL. Yeah, you'll never be told not to come back, mate. We can't even have the Salvation Army band on Sunday due to not enough police for traffic control. For fuck's sake. So yeah, guys, throw your comments up. Say goodnight. I'm gonna call it a day. I need to get these dogs out as well. So yeah. When CTR's going, you couldn't say, yeah, it's really fast. Our lives are they're fast for me. I don't imagine what it's like for you. It's 2 hours of our life that we're never getting back, guys. So I apologize, you know what I mean? But like I say, this one was an important one. Let you know what's going on. And Lee Cole FD, big up. Hey Cole Saxon. But cheers, mate. All the best for him, Dad. Enjoy. Good night. Thank you, MP Loyalist. Margaret Watson. My dog's barks when you're dead. But I'm going to say good night, guys. So throw your comments up and I'll say good night to you individually. Good night, Jambo. Good night, bro. Lady J. And you can say good night to each other as well. Loyalist going to go. Me good night and God bless, folks. May God bring better days ahead. Thank you, mate. And I'll give you a wee shout tomorrow, let you know what we're up to. Respect to all Freedom Dan Patriots from Ursula Chick, Bob Dub, Leslie Handy, BG, Ali Bo, 404, thank you, mate. Alan Taggart, good night. Night all. Ragnar, thank you so much, mate, as always. Number 55, Waza, I love you to bits, mate. Kendo, you're a champion. 40 Pants, one of the boys. John Capone, one of my old friends. I miss, and I'll get a catch up very soon. Whistling Dixie, MR Nuts, Sean, K. Will, Thomas McGuire, Galway Raider. I missed somebody. No, I didn't. And Jambo, Space Cadet. In the doghouse. I'll give you a wee phone a wee bit, mate. Bill Wilkins. Caitlin, good night. Party Pants, night, everyone. Bernie, night, Freedom Dad. God bless you. Protect you and all. God night. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Thank you all so much. Ursula Chip. All my love as always. Such a supporter. Thank you so much. Never ever. Always remember how valuable you are to the Freedom Dad team, Ursula Chip. Kendo night saying good night to everybody in the doghouse, saying good night, Seco, wee bit bunkers, one of my most loyal and longest supporters and followers. Helen Dixon, good night, and thank you to the mods, of course. John Rankin, our John, you know, great, good lad. Someone put Reggie the cat out for a wee. Yeah, Reggie comes and goes. I'm going to put my Christmas tree on the 23rd and down on the 27th. Good man. Stay cool, Sean. Thank you. Jumbo, Revar, Skit. This is the Waltons. We're doing the Waltons tonight. Yep, we're doing the Waltons, mate. John Rankin, you're talking to Ursula Chick. So yeah, guys, I think that's everybody. Anybody that wants to shout it. Nick Khan, good to see you. Sheeple are waking up. Sheeple are waking up. I like that. Sheeple are waking up now as people are realizing that they have been lied to. That's it. I like that, sheeple. Good night and God bless everyone. So on that note, James Gahal, good night and God bless everyone. I'm going to say good night and God bless to you all. Sir McDonald, good night. Bubblegum, good night. You know, I'm definitely going now, guys. Sleep well all. I'm going to get something to eat, get the dogs out. Sean and Gizmo, Ali Bo. That's you. All right, guys. Listen, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Stuff happening tomorrow. Videos will be going out tomorrow, as usual. TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And hopefully, God willing, there'll be another live tomorrow night that gives you an update. So from Freedom Dad, the Freedom Dad team, Alex Robbins, Good night.